Jason's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. 0% with roof credit.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for the Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People's City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson with Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and as always, joined on the ones and twos with Harrison. I'm always appreciative of him being on. Harrison, you want to give some instructions on how people can listen to the show? And I know at 11:30 we're going to break over to some NFL football so they can still watch the streams.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, we are still live on the brick and mortar up until 11:30. And then from that point on, if you want to continue listening to the show, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. If you got Allo Cable and even Amazon Prime, if you choose to do it that way, and you can still use the Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685.
Fantastic. Well, we got another beautiful morning. We're here at the end of October, and it is hard to believe. They got the Good Life Halsey. As I was driving in, it took a little minute to get a parking stall because everybody was going to congratulate winners, and they had the cell phones out, and you could hear people like, "Oh, I missed you," or "I'm done," or you saw the soreness of the people and the young kids wearing their parents' medals, and so that's really cool. So good, just congratulations, good luck to those that might still be on the course, and thanks for all facilitating the Good Life Halsey. Like I said earlier on Fitness Fanatics, just a phenomenal a phenomenal event. And you traditionally get great weather. So if you get a chance, come on down to the mill. They are serving it up. You can, the TVs will have the ticket on, but also games as well. So love to have you down here. I think they're open till 2:00, give or take. And
1 o'clock the coffee.
1 o'clock the coffee.
And then
stops.
if you guys want to hang out for like I said, 2:00, usually we're here and you want to watch an NFL game, we're not gonna kick you out here.
And Harrison would say, if you're wearing Bears gear, you can stay all night. So
that is true.
Well, hey, we're gonna get right to it, but just been a week. We're on Halloween week. I know there's been plenty of Husker talk, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that to the side. The volleyball team got another win last night, and so congratulations to them. A lot of the seasons are starting to wind down. Things are starting to overlap. We always talk about the best time of the year. You had a phenomenal game 1 of the World Series. I don't think you could get any better than that. And then you've got football kind of in the heart of things where decisions are starting to be made. Basketball kicked off, especially NBA kicked off this week as well. And so the uniqueness of Bronny and his son, LeBron and his son, Bronny, getting on the court. And in all honesty, people kind of ask me, well, what do you think? Is that nepotism? And I'm like, who cares? I mean, that's what you live for. You live for to be a great dad, provide opportunities. And if any of us had that opportunity in that moment, I wouldn't pass that by. I mean, that's something that I would, if I got the opportunity to do that with my daughter and a joint opportunity, you take it in a heartbeat. So congratulations to him. Excited in a lot of ways. And then just a lot of community stuff. I mean, just heard on Fitness Fanatics, you had the cancer awareness. So it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then also the Crucial Catch where the NFL supporting. And so you're seeing a lot of those items out there, not just for a month, but every one of us in some ways have been touched by cancer. And so I would just always say, thank you for those who, care for those that have battled and those who are surviving. And just, again, recognition to those we've lost. It's one of those diseases that is unique in a way that it's touched almost everybody. And hopefully we find a cure soon.
Yeah, I mean, on the last show, it was just this year, it's already 11,000 people in Nebraska have been diagnosed with cancer. And a lot of people, they don't, when they get that diagnosis, they don't go to run around and tell the town. And some people just want to kind of be treated normal, while they try to deal with it until there's actual signs of it. So, yeah, I mean, if you're able to help out, if you don't have the funds to do it, there's always ways you can volunteer to help out. But like you said, I mean, it's one of those things that everybody's probably got a story.
Well, and get checked. I mean, those are things. We've got AD, and he's shared his journey multiple times. I've had the opportunity. I've gotten checked. I mean, lost a father to cancer. And so just make sure, whatever it might be, whether it's Alzheimer's, dementia. I mean, there's Crohn's disease. I mean, get checked. Go and get your appointments. I know that's not something us as men traditionally like to do, and I need to take my own advice in regards to that. And then just some other things. Just again, we had a lot of state components finished up. Cross country finished up this weekend with state. We had golf as well last week, and so just congratulations to all those individuals. High school football, we'll have that, but a lot of area teams, Lincoln East. So I'm a class of '91 grad, so the Fighting Spartans continue some dominance. They get in the playoffs. North Star makes an appearance. And so again, congratulations to Coach Thompson and his crew, the Gators over there at North Star, have had really rebuilt the program and had a great year. And then Southeast, Perennial Power, again, makes an appearance in the state tournament. And then we've got a lot of area teams. You got Pius, Seward, York, Gretna East, Norris, Waverly, Lincoln Christian, and Raymond Central. I think I hopefully hit them all. But again, good luck to all those teams as they kind of embark on just the tail end of the season. That's what they started out looking to getting a chance. And now, it's one play, win or go home.
Yep. And when they get to the Memorial Stadium, whoever those lucky winners are, I should say lucky because they put in the work to get there. We'll have Nick Stainer, Jay Foreman on the call for those as well. So, I mean, it really is that sweet spot. Not only for us, it's the station because we love sports, but just for everybody. I think this kind of time of year, like you have those moments where something about like youth sports, when you get to the finales, like everybody kind of checks their alma mater. Like, oh, how's my team doing? My old high school team. And it always puts a smile on the face. So good luck to everybody who's still in the mix. But yeah, I can't wait. And Nick Stainer, Jay Foreman, they always do a great job calling those games. It's always a great time.
No. So tune in to 93.7 The Ticket for all your championships. And then last thing, I just want to put out a personal note of privilege. Congratulations to Mr. Bill Bryant. We've had him here on the station before, a Father's Day special, and just was throwing down knowledge. But last night he received the NAACP Dr. Leola Bullock Service Award, and which was well earned and well deserved. So wanted to thank him and then congratulate him. I know his daughter was in town from Green Bay, and really special moment for him. So as we transition, and we're going to bring in our guests kind of on this question, but it's Halloween week. And Harrison, I'm interested in our guests. I'm going to ask them this as we have them answer it and then truly introduce them, is what is the age that you need to stop trick-or-treating? I asked this to all my scholars, the age that you should stop trick-or-treating. And so I'm interested, Harrison, in your answer, and then I'm going to pose this to our guests, and I'm going to tell you what I had high school scholars and elementary school scholars tell me this week.
Oh, that is a great question. I think the age to stop trick-or-treating was... Is it more grade or age-based? I think for me, I think
okay,
grade.
You can go either one.
Yeah, I'm going to go when you get to like 5th grade, but maybe I'm just being mean. 5th grade is when I think I...
So what age is that roughly?
I don't even know how old I was in 5th grade.
Okay. Well, you like 20? What? I don't know how old I was. Like, come on
once
now.
you get past 13, you're getting in testy waters, I'd say.
There's actually a national study. Okay, and we have two guests joining us. And so we have Sienna Betts and Adam Bertine. Many of you have seen Adam before and Sienna, but both of them are in Colorado. And so they're joining us virtually today. But before we introduce you, I got to ask you the $20,000 pivotal question. What is the age to stop trick-or-treating? And I'm going to start with you, Sienna.
I'll probably say like 12, 13, like the same age, like 5th grade, 6th grade, I think.
Okay. You said 12 or 13. Okay. Adam, what about you?
Well, to answer that question, I'm going to say what age you should not go trick-or-treating, because Pete and I actually, with our basketball team in college, we decided to go out when we were probably about 20. Pete probably was 40 when I was there.
Wow.
So we went out trick-or-treating, and we got yelled at by the person who knocked on their door. I don't know if Pete remembers that, but we were all dressed up and trying to get candy at probably age 21, 22. So that was definitely a time to not go trick-or-treating.
Hey, that was before NIL. It's like, Sienna, you're not gonna have to worry and have those tough times. We were grown folks. We paved the way for you. So I want to introduce our two guests, and we're gonna have one of them here for the entire show. But I thought it was important because I want to thank Adam for lining this up. But we have Adam Bertine, and Adam Bertine is with Bertine Performance in Colorado. Does variety of trainings, but also was my, as he alluded to, was my college roommate for a number of years. And so really appreciate his friendship. And then we have Sienna Betts, and Sienna is a senior at Grandview in Aurora, Colorado. And she is also got numerous accolades, but she's a scholar athlete. One of the things that you could, when you look up, she is the number 2 rated girls basketball player in the country. But again, much more than that. And also somebody who says you should stop trick-or-treating at about 13. So what I will tell you, Sienna, is I had 4th graders tell me that you should not stop trick-or-treating when you're dead. And then one of the kids said, but even when you're dead, people can come by the casket and will give you candy if you ask. And I said, but you can't. And some kids like, you can't ask if you're dead. And they go, well, you don't, just put a sign up. So it got really morbid in a lot of ways. So I'm going to ask you first, Adam, in just 3 words or 1 sentence, introduce Sienna, and then Sienna, I want to come straight to you. 3 words or 1 sentence.
Oh my goodness. I think Sienna is a all-star. I can't do it in 3 words. I would just say she's just the epitome of what it takes to be great. And she's, obviously paving her own way after her sister, Lauren. And so I just think I can't do it in 3 words.
All right. Well, we got it right there, Sienna. You're going to have to tie that up. So Sienna, tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? Where have you lived? And then kind of who's in your family?
Oh man, that is is like a big question.
Okay, well, yeah. First, have you always lived in Colorado? Tell us a little bit where you went to elementary, middle school. Have you moved around at all?
I've lived here in Aurora since I was like 5, 6, and I actually was born in Spain. And I grew up in Spain with my sister and my brother, and that's where my dad played professional basketball. So I'm born in Barcelona, and we moved here when he retired. So yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay, so tell us a little bit. Give us their names.
I have an older sister named Lauren. She plays basketball at UCLA right now. And then I have a younger brother, Dylan. He's 14. Yeah.
Okay, and parents names. You got to give your parents shout outs. I know we always say Mr. and Mrs., but I want to give them their love and any pets you have.
Okay, my mom is sorry. My cats are running around crazy.
They want that love.
Yeah, my mom, her name is Michelle. She used to play volleyball, and then my dad is Andy. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And so you said, tell us a little bit. You said you've been there since 5 in Aurora. So tell us a little bit, just what is like Aurora like, and then where have you gone to elementary, middle, and high school?
I love where I live. Like I love my neighborhood. Like I've known a lot of these people in the neighborhood. Like I've known them my entire life. So it's just so special. And it's
And then, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but we are having a little bit of audio issues. I don't know if it's just because you maybe need to get the mic a little bit closer. We can hear you, but it just seems to cut out from time to time there. So, Pete, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, let's do this. Adam, tell us a little bit about Aurora. Tell us a little bit about Aurora and just that community that you're a part of, that Sienna, that you're aware of, and you are very familiar with that, with Sienna and the other athletes that you work with.
Yeah, well, Aurora is just one of the biggest municipalities here in the Denver metro area, and there's lots of high schools, lots of competition from an athletic standpoint, and I think that Aurora itself has some of the best sports teams that are in the state, and so the competition is pretty high, and I get the privilege of working and training several athletes in the Aurora area, and obviously I have a pretty good tie with Grandview High School and some other local high schools here. So yeah, it's just a really great community. I think it's very supportive, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Awesome. Sienna, what is something about Aurora and Grandview that people would know just by, if we just walked on campus, you'd be like, okay, you'll get, this is what Grandview is. And then I'm going to ask you the other question, like what is something that we wouldn't know about Grandview unless we spent some real time there?
Yeah, we're still not quite getting any audio from you. So what we'll do is, what we can probably do here, Pete, is we'll talk to Adam for a little bit, and then we'll take our break. We'll go ahead and get we'll get your switch, so that way we can get set up here over the break. So
sounds good.
Pete, I'll throw it over to you.
So Adam, what's something just unique about Aurora that we wouldn't necessarily know about the community unless we spent some real time there?
Well, I think that Aurora, like I said, it's a very diverse community. I think when I used to do some stuff for the city of Aurora, I think I don't know that this is completely accurate, but I think there are maybe over 80 different nationalities that maybe are represented in the city of Aurora. So the city of Aurora is a very diverse community. And I think what you'll find here is that, I mean, you have, from a socioeconomic standpoint, you have some really poor neighborhoods, and you have some really affluent neighborhoods. But I think that within every one of those communities, it's very, very supportive. And I think you wouldn't really have a lot. I think there's just a ton of diversity in the city of Aurora, which I think is really nice.
So tell us a little bit about the sports scene. When we'll come back from break, we'll bring Sienna back in, but tell us a little bit about the sports scene that's there, especially just maybe the developmental pieces up to high school, but more so the high school sports scene, because we've had some other individuals on, and it seems like there's it's competitive. I continue to go back to Lauren talking about Legend High School and the rivalry that they had, to put it nicely. But it seems obviously they're developing it, and it's bringing forward a number of athletes on the scene, especially when you have like the number 2, and then before Sienna even came in the picture, her sister was the number 1 rated women's basketball recruit in the country.
Yeah, I think just athletics in general in Colorado, especially the club scene, is very, very competitive. And I think that if generally out here, what I see as a performance coach, there's certain sports that if you're not playing club sports, then you're not, you're probably getting passed by. So especially basketball, Sienna plays for Hardwood Elite, and they are a very top basketball club team here in the state, and they do some really good things nationally. And from a basketball and a volleyball standpoint, I think you have some really competitive clubs out here. And I get to see those athletes on a weekly basis, and watch their development. And I think one of the things that we are trying to do out here is you have to start the athletes early, much like Sienna and her sister. I think Sienna started when she was maybe 7th grade, 7th or 8th grade. And, you just have to start developing your athletic skills, get in the weight room, work with some real quality speed and agility coaches. And I think that's what a lot of athletes are doing out here, which is what has raised the competitive bar. So that's in the city of Aurora, Denver, Douglas County. So that's kind of, I think, the key.
All right. Fantastic. Well, hey, Adam, I appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Always thanks for your friendship and lining this up. We're going to go to a break. We'll have Sienna come back on the other side and go ahead and get into depth about her rise and her journey, not only just in athletics, but just also as a phenomenal human being, as Adam expressed. So we'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score.
Hi, I'm State Senator Beau Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Beau Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
I'm Chris Jackimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jackimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why are some people more successful Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
My husband has always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors. But lately, he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential, with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's the radon level at your home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Make sure your home is safe with a radon check from Bryant. If you've already tested, ask Bryant for a free estimate for mitigation. Once completed, you'll get a report showing how much safer your home is. When it comes to radon, call Bryant 467-1111 for testing and mitigation. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and then joined on the 1s and 2s with Harrison. Appreciate your all's patience and delay as we kind of got through some technical issues and also got switched over to the NFL on the brick and mortar. But you can still, if you're staying with us, see us on YouTube, Twitter, also on Amazon Prime and Allo here if you're in Nebraska, Allo Fiber Nebraska, channel 961. And so we're going to go straight through to get the full amount of time because we've got a special guest. And so, Sienna, thanks for bearing with us a little bit. Can you hear us? Is it a little bit better for you?
Yeah, it's cutting out a little, but it's getting better now. It's okay.
Okay, fantastic. Well, you sound absolutely awesome on our end. So thank you in regards to this. And so, Sienna, I kind of want to start a little bit. First off, what's your dog's name? What's your dog's name?
My dog Stanley.
Stanley?
Maybe Stanley.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. So with that, Sienna, you told us a little bit about your journey. You were born in Spain. You came over to Aurora since you said 5 years old, and you've been in the community. You told us a little bit about your family. Just what is something that people that engage with you for 5 minutes can know about you?
I think when people first meet me, they think I'm really like high strung, like just everyone says I kind of look like a little intimidating and like a little scary. And I don't mean to. I think it's just like a mix of my height and like just how I carry myself. But yeah, I think once you get to know me, you just know that I'm just really hardworking and I care a lot about the people around me and in basketball, you know.
Yeah, no, and I love that. Talk a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about your basketball journey, but what are some of the things that just as you were growing up that you were involved in? Obviously, family seems like that was a big part of who you are, but what are some of the other things that you were involved in with music? I mean, soccer, I mean, or what has it always been basketball from day one?
Mm-hmm. Actually, when I first moved here, my main sport was soccer, and it wasn't until like I was 13. I was actually like my dream was to play soccer and everything. And I did swimming too in my neighborhood. All my siblings did. And that's pretty much the other things I did as a kid. You know, I like to draw and paint too. Those are like my things. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so like the drawing and painting, I'm kind of interested in that for our other, our young people that are listening and things like that, about just kind of being multi-involved and experimenting with different things. How has that helped you today to kind of shape who you are? Because the fact that you're saying, okay, I love to draw and paint, like you're very acclaimed from an athletic standpoint, but the fact you're still mentioning some of those things doesn't always happen with some of the young people that we get into space.
Yeah. I think for me, it's like a great release, like in the midst of like a high school basketball or like summer basketball. It's just great to have something else to focus on, and you can just let everything else go around you. And as an athlete, I feel like that's so important for everyone to have like something else to focus on, and when they need to get away from their sport. So during the high school season, I used to take a painting and drawing class, and it's just so great to have like that 2 hours of time every day during the season where I can just focus on that, and I don't have to worry about practice or the next game or anything. And it's really helped me with my development and just balancing my personal life and basketball and stuff.
What I think what's cool is you're going to have some elementary school teachers that are going to have a piece of artwork from you at some point in time, and then you're going to see that on eBay or whatever else, or they're going to bring it back to you after a game and ask you to sign. So what's something that brings you joy? What's something that brings you joy?
Oh gosh, that's a big. Okay, my family, of course. Just doing things that I like, and mainly just reaching the goals that I've been working for. I always like to set up little goals during different parts of the year or different teams I'm on, and just reaching those personal goals. That makes me happy, knowing that I'm working towards that and I'm achieving those things.
Awesome. And last kind of get to know you. I mean, we'll continue to do this through the interview, but what is something that you're absolutely obsessed with right now?
Ooh. Right now, I really love like just decor and like decorating and like the whole fall spirit. Like me and my mom just went to Bath and Body Works and like got a bunch of like candles and stuff. And I just love feeling all like the Halloween vibes and putting that into my room and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. What's the essential? If Harrison and I were going to roll after this show to bed, I can't even say it, Bed and Bath or Bath and Body Works. Sorry. Bath and Body Works. You can tell how much I get out, or Michael's or whatever. What's something that we need to pick up for our fall decor in our places?
You need to get like a wall plug like scent. Like it really completely changes like the whole vibe of the room and like the smell. Like you can get one for Christmas or for fall and like a little like pumpkin kind of smell. And I don't know, that really saves it. Or like candles, like fall scented candles. That really sets a nice like little vibe in your room.
Okay. Harrison and I are looking. We're like right now. We're like, okay, we got to make a road trip. So we'll go ahead and play a couple replays, and you'll see us. We'll send some pictures and post them online of us walking through Michaels, or
I will say she's right about those. Some white elephants, and the girls at those things, they always go nuts for those. Apparently, they're great.
Okay.
Those little plug-in wall smelly things. I don't even know what you call Pura. I think is what they call them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones. Apparently, they're a hot item. So if you ever need,
I just call them wall plugs. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. When I'll go in and just ask Home Depot, I need this, and it's like, you've never been here before, have you? I'm like, no. Here's a picture. So I am interested in and I'm just going to use. You had an opportunity to be interviewed in Slam magazine, and so I loved how they titled. It just said the rise of Sienna Betts, the number 2 player in the class of 2025, talks about her accolades, her work ethics, and what's to come next year as you go to UCLA. So tell us a little bit just about your basketball journey, and specifically your basketball journey. What has that been like, kind of from early on? You said about 13 to where it is now.
When I first started playing, I first started playing when I moved here, but it was just rec teams and stuff. And I mainly played soccer. And then at 13, I obviously was way taller than everyone else. And I finally hit a big growth spurt, and I just decided, and basketball was just way more fun for me at the time. So right before COVID, I quit soccer, and I decided I really want to focus on basketball. And, my older sister playing too. I'm really competitive. So that was a really big motivator for me, that my sister was good. It was just a way to get, I want to be better than her. So, right near COVID, I just decided that I want to be the best player and person I could possibly be. I want to be known in the sport. And near COVID, I just started training almost every day, a couple hours with my trainer, Derek. And then once the end of COVID came, and I got us play AU again and start going into high school, I just saw a big change, and I saw that it was working. And at this rate, I could, get towards the top. That's my big story that my mom always likes to say, and she'd be mad if I didn't bring that up. So yeah.
No. Well, I did take note, because I have a daughter who's 24, and Adam's gotten the opportunity to engage with her. And she was in her first year of college during COVID. So she played volleyball. And so they got their season, and then in March had to, came home. And so I noticed that there were some that, it impacted differently. And the work that they continue to do, what they were able to do, and not to discount the mental, health components, but she would go out every day, and she would continue to do the lifting programs. And there came a point that there was no guarantee on things. And so how did you have a mindset to say, you know what, there's probably going to be a lot of people taking breaks, and I could take a break because I'm not sure when we're going to get to play, if we're going to have an AAU season. How did you have that mindset to kind of say, okay, I just need to keep going?
For me, it was a challenge. I wanted to come out of COVID and be a whole different player. And I just seeing everyone before, right as COVID started, seeing everyone then, and how I played then, I just wanted to come back and, be better than them. And, just gain that respect from people about my work ethic and the player I am now. And for me also, it's kind of I just feel sick when I know I'm not working my hardest. It feels sick to me. That sitting at home that is just not for me. And it wasn't then, and it isn't now. And every day is kind of a little goal. Let's get through this. I just make little goals every day to get me through each thing that I do, even whether it's weights or training or practice.
Like that. What's one goal that you would share? I always ask the best piece of advice that you would give. And let's go, what's a goal that you have? If I had a elementary school scholar sitting here, and I'm going back to the building, and I'm like, okay, Mr. Pete, I saw her on TV. What's a goal that you would share with them that they could adapt? Or adopt.
A goal of mine that they could also just to be the best player you can be, the best person too, because your sport is your life, so you can really adapt that to what you learn in your sport, you can learn in the world too. That really ties in together, and just using those things you learn and just applying it. And I don't know, I don't know. That's really hard. I haven't really thought about those kind of things.
Well, what's one thing that you did? Like, what's one action step that you like? If you were working with young people right now, and just
Mhm.
you say, okay, the first step. I just need you to take the first step. You're not going to experience all the success that I've had or other people have right now, but here's the first step that you need to take that they could do
Yeah.
every day for like 2 weeks.
I just focus on like the one goal in front of you. This doesn't help you or anyone else to look really, really far to the future. Like, what if I'm not ready for that, or what if I'm not ready for this in a couple years? You can't worry about that in the moment, and especially at a young age, you have to just focus on the one thing ahead of you, master that, and then get to the next step, and just go up and up until then. But worrying about the far future doesn't do you any good.
Oh, fantastic. What's a piece of advice? Because you've been around a lot of individuals, especially adults, and
Mhm.
just what is a piece of advice that you would have for adults? As you've gone through your journey, you've had people that have been fantastic probably in your life, but you've also
Mhm.
probably had some people that you're like, I could have done without that. But I think with each of those
Mhm.
individuals, we learned something. And so if an adult was coming to the table, just what is a piece of advice that you would have for them?
For like an adult,
Yeah, just an adult that happened to be, that was gonna come into your life.
oh, I don't know. Adults they've got done more in their life than me, so I'm not sure exactly what I would tell an adult. Um, I normally get the information from adults. I don't like to be telling them anything. I'm not sure. But like
Okay.
if you're an adult like having to deal with me, I would just say like just like wait. Like don't assume things based off of like when you first meet me. Just like wait until you really can see what my true intentions are as a person and like who I really am. And I think like Adam can attest to that, and like Derek and my high school coach as well. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Question, because obviously you're still in school, and so
Mhm.
how can educators, and I say educators are coaches, but also your math, science, and English teacher, your vice
Mhm.
principal, those things. How can educators help people realize what young people or what students could become and help prepare them for that? So again, how can educators help people realize what students could become, and how can they help prepare them for that?
I think every student kind of learns in their own way, and they develop at their own rate and like to learn in different ways. So I think teachers, the best way to approach different students is just to look at them as their own person, and how they like to learn, because not everyone likes to learn something the same way. And to develop in their own way, like the best they possibly can, you just have to figure out the best way for them to develop, and just look at them and what they prefer and what helps them the most, honestly.
Well, and I think that individualization, I think sometimes people try to put, like you said, just a
Mhm.
blanket. Here's the book. Here's the drill. It'll work for
Mhm.
everybody, and making sure it's just customized
Yeah.
is always important. If you're just joining us, this is Bigger Than the
Mhm.
Score with Peter Ferguson. You're on 93.7 The Ticket. We have Sienna Betts from Aurora, Colorado. She's a senior at Grandview High School. Again, is entering her senior, or she is halfway. You're almost halfway through your senior year. How do you feel about that? Is that hard to believe, or are you like, okay, I'm ready to
It's
be, I'm ready to
crazy.
go that next step? So you said it was
Yeah,
a little.
no, I think I've been ready forever. I've been telling everyone. I feel like oh, I'm sorry. It's, like, cutting out a lot for me. I'm so sorry. Um,
No, you're good. It's just a little bit delayed. You can keep going. We can hear you
okay.
clear though.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's just cutting out for me a lot when, you guys are talking. Um, I feel like I've been ready to graduate since, like, forever. I feel like since, like, my sophomore year, I've been telling people I'm ready. But it's like a last stretch, and I'm trying to appreciate every single day, with my family. Last time, like, living with them and with my school friends as well. But I'm just trying to use up every opportunity I can just to prepare for college, basketball and outside of basketball.
Awesome. Who's having a harder time with it almost being over, mom or dad?
I don't know. It depends on the day. I've been hanging out with them so much more recently because I'm just, trying to get those moments with them. But man, They're gonna text me right after saying it's not true or I'm wrong. I would say probably my dad, I would say. I'm really close with both of them, but I don't know. I'm like his little girl, so
Okay.
I think that's
Okay.
really hard for him. Yeah.
So let's go into why. So UCLA, and you're a verbal commit to UCLA. Your sister's there, I believe she's a junior, and so you're going to
Mhm.
have the opportunity to play with her for 1 year. She went to Stanford originally. What led to that journey? And then I'm also kind of curious now that you're in the Big Ten, you'll be visiting Nebraska. I want to know your perceptions of Nebraska. But first off, just what was the process like to decide to go to UCLA and actually want to play with your sister?
Well, if I'm being honest, I did not want to play with my sister, and I tell people that all the time. It had like nothing to do with my sister. Like when she was at Stanford, I already knew I wanted to be at UCLA. Like, and you can ask all my like people around me, my circle. I've always wanted to go there, and it was just never. It was never about, oh, I really want to play with my sister. I did not want to. So, so when she transferred, I knew we had the same taste. So I knew it was going to be UCLA from the get-go. Like I already knew she was going to transfer there. But UCLA is just great for both of us, and having an older sister in the basketball realm is so good because I get to hear about these coaches and how they coach. And I hear all these stories about all these different coaches, and I just know what I like. And, UCLA really does that for me. And they care a lot about the mental aspect of being an athlete. And that's like my parents who played college basketball, and they didn't really have that, like a support system, outside of practice and stuff. So that's really nice that UCLA especially is able to do that for us and for Lauren. So I'm really excited for that. And it's also LA, and I love California and the beach and stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Hey, no, there's not. My mom went to USC, so I know it's the
Mhm.
rival school, but
Yeah.
it's a fan. So the school aspect, what are you planning on studying, or have you made a decision on that yet? And then just what is the thing you're probably looking forward to most at UCLA?
I actually have not decided what I'm going to be studying yet. I have no idea. Like I'm always jumping between like something maybe like engineering, but I'm like, do I really want to be doing all that studying and homework? And then maybe sometimes something like medical, and I'm like, that's also too much. I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. But what was the other thing you said? I'm sorry.
Well, no, and then the thing you're looking forward to most, you said obviously it's LA, but
Oh,
what
yeah.
is the thing you're looking forward to most, just being in the environment every day?
I just can't wait to like have like a gym like access like 24/7. There's people there to rebound for you all the time, and I just can develop the most I possibly like. I can develop so much more in college, and I'm just so excited for that part of it. And just to get great advice from great coaches who have great experience.
So we talked a little bit about, we've got about a minute or so left. Just your high school, your high school season's coming up. You're 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. I loved how you talked about it wasn't just about individual accolades. What is the coolest thing about your high school and your teammates that you're looking forward to experiencing this year in your last kind of go around?
Yeah, I always tell people like the best part about basketball for me is just the friendships I make. Like I just love seeing all like my friends in the 2024 class who are now like at UConn or USC or Texas, and now I get to go watch them and I can just support them. And that's just that's the best part about, being in the basketball world for me. So that's the same with my high school team too. We're all very, very close, and my best friend in the whole world is on the team, and we're all just like
give her a shout out now. You got to give her a shout out, otherwise she's gonna be upset.
My friend Lexi, she's my best friend. So we all get to play basketball together, and it's just so much fun just hanging around with them. And yeah, I've known them for like all my high school, so it's just really exciting. I have one more year together.
So the last question I have for you is, you're gonna eventually you're gonna be in the Big Ten. Have you ever been to Nebraska? That's my first question.
I actually have. I went to a tournament there in like 7th grade.
Oh, you said 7th grade, so things have changed a little bit. I'm hoping, but
yeah,
what
we got to go.
How would you describe Nebraska?
Ooh, I was only there for like a weekend, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. But I got to go visit the Nebraska like facility with my team, and I just thought that was so cool. And I think the people of Nebraska also, they care a lot about the college sports, like, like the Nebraska volleyball team, they have their own gym just for them. And I just think that's so cool how much people pour into the college teams there. And I think that's so awesome. I wish we had that in my area. Yeah.
No, awesome. Well, hey, Sienna, I truly do appreciate you joining us today. Apologize about the technical difficulties earlier, but would love to have you back on as your season progresses and just kind of catch up, see how you're doing, but also just you to pour into some young people that are here in the area. I know we had a number of listening and they posed some questions, so we'll definitely want to do that again. So good luck on this year, and you'll be back. We'll be back on 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score, next Sunday.
Thank you.